5:30.
5:30.
Coach, you made the tournament. You got to host, which you were pretty confident about after the USC game. Did those last 2 losses put any doubt that you'd be hosting this weekend?
Yes. I mean, I know it shouldn't have, because I was pretty sure that was it, and it should have been, and it was, obviously. But you know, this is such a strange activity that we do, that your whole existence occurs at the end of something you do, and you feel you're absolutely flying high, or you're just miserable. And so we have 2 losses in a row, and there's two teams that we probably should have won, and we have a shot in the first set against both of them, and the first set was it. I mean, certain things happened at Utah that was kind of silly, and then we had things happen at the end of the Oregon State first set. We win those first sets. Each of those 2 matches, we probably win those matches, and it's just strange. And so as soon as that happens, then you begin to panic and think that the world's coming to an end, and it shouldn't, and it didn't. And so, you know, that's over with now, and we just need to move on.
How do you get the mindset right now, you know, heading into this tournament?
Well, I mean, if I knew the complete answer to that, they would hire me for like a lot of money. I mean, the biggest thing is you just have to forget it. It's over with. The focus has to be, which I've said a million times, on the next play. I mean, it's about the next play, and it's the first play against Santa Clara. That's the only thing that matters. And the key, you know, because all that matters is the outcome, and that's what everybody focuses on. That's all society thinks about it. You know, you're a winner, you're a loser, and et cetera, et cetera. But if you have that, you're going to lose constantly. So you have to be focused on the process, and we have to enjoy the process and do that. And that's really what we've talked about this week.
Considering how good the Pac-12 was this season, did those 11 wins say more about your team than those 9 losses?
Yeah, you know, nobody's asked that. That's a great statement. Yes. I think our season turned on the loss against Stanford, and I think we did many things wrong, which, you know, I certainly have to take the responsibility for that. I think we did a lot of things wrong after that. And again, I don't know what we were at the time. So we were 12-1, I guess, after we dropped that match, and we panicked, which is just silly. And we're up 22-17 in game 1 at Stanford, and this was a chance to win this, and you know, and immediately we thought about, oh my gosh, we can win this. Well, now you lose. So the second you take your mind off the next play, it's over with. And we handled that poorly. And then we started school, and we reeled. But to scramble through it and to finish where we finished, and to get the 11 wins, I think that was huge. And so we scratched and clawed, and now if we can get ourselves back to where we have the kind of rhythm we did beforehand, knowing that, look, this is what we asked for, now let's go do this.
What have you seen from Santa Clara and I guess the other 2 schools that you've been watching tape of this week?
They're good. I mean, I don't think there's any question whatsoever that we have the most difficult sub-region, whatever you want to call that, the first 2 rounds, I think, of any seed, when you can put both teams together. Or both rounds together, and whomever comes out of this. Santa Clara has 1.83 aces per set. That's a lot more than Washington has, and Washington's the toughest serving team, I thought, in the country. So we're going to see what that's like. They're very, very difficult. They're a solid ball control team. They're going to be very good, and they're going to be difficult to deal with. So they're good, and then the other 2 teams, LSU is very good, solid. There was a middle that went to China with us. That was on the USA team that was in that group that went to China. She's really good. Firsthand, I know she's really good. She had almost 400 this year and had 4 kills a set. So she's the real deal. And Oklahoma beat Texas. So these are 3 solid teams, and we're going to have a difficult time getting through this.
Has there been a common theme these last 3 years in the postseason for you guys, whether it's what's caused you not to win or what's caused you to win?
That's a great question. No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that. Yeah, I think it is. I think 12 was different. We handled that very well. But that was a very, that was a very experienced old team, so to speak. Elena even being a fifth-year senior that year, and Kat's a great volleyball player. Haley, they were so hardened, and they were determined to make it happen. And then, last year we didn't handle a lot of things well last year, and we had the injury to Lauren and kind of going back and forth, so on and so forth. And I think this year, we'll see how it goes in the postseason. If we can regroup and say this is the direction we're going, we got what we wanted, I think we'll be fine.
Talk about having Liz, kind of that anchor of a senior, and what she's meant to this program, and what you expect from her in her last postseason.
Well, I guess I'll tell you what I expect from her, because we told her this morning. She's got to pass, she's play defense and lead, and that's the thing that we need her to do the most. Is that if she passes, she's going to make everybody better. Somebody's got to be back there in middle back playing defense, and she's done that. But the biggest key for her is to lead, and it's. And this is what I said to her this morning, that she did at times. So the example I gave her this morning at Hawaii, we win the first two, we lose the next two, and we were losing that match. Everybody was like, well, you're done. And Liz said, we're not done. And she literally, Matt said after the match, she goes, whoa, Liz said, I'm not losing this match. And that was her. That was all Liz. And she started off great, and she just said, we're not losing this match. And that's what we need. We need that Liz who's going to stand up there and go, you're going with me whether I have to ask you or kill you to go there.
So you need her to be more demonstrative?
I don't know that it's more demonstrative. I think she just has to, I think it depends on the circumstance. She just has to just get it done.
We talked about after the USC game, you didn't really want to talk about it being your last home game. What does it mean now to host the first round? Excuse me.
Let's win the first two. And then, now it's, she's right. The emotion can't be part of it. It's business-like. Let's take care of business. You want to keep playing. Now you want to keep playing. So it's not about, their last home game. She's been here. She's a huge part of this program. We as coaches say certain teams, certain players' teams, and this Liz is a group that it's her teams. Well, she's been to the tournament all 4 years. Elena can't say that. Lauren Plum can't say that. Sonia Newcomb can, but she's one of those that can say I've been there all 4 years, and she's got us there.